Okay, this is a review of finding different angles. The first one gives you the angles, and you need to find the missing one. So remember, this straight line is 180 degrees. These angles would be supplementary. So the angle of 47 plus this angle would equal 180 degrees. So a couple different ways to do this. You could do the missing angle here plus the angle you do have of 47 equaling 180. That would give you a one-step equation. So from there, you're trying to solve for A, for the missing angle. You could subtract 47 on this side, subtract 47 on this side. So the 47s on the left would cancel. And then you would have 180 minus 47 on the right. That would give you 133. So similar process like for number 6 here. Once again, there's a straight line, 180. That's 180 degrees total. They give you 152. You need to get this angle here. So here's a different way to do it. So you can do 152 is the angle you do have. So you can do this the opposite way. You can take 180, which is the total, minus the 152 that you do have, and then just subtract those two numbers. So you'd find what the missing angle is by subtracting 180 by 152, and you would get 28. So this missing angle here would be 28. So those two would total 180. Here's another one with now a right angle. So remember, this right angle would total 90 degrees. So you could do it either way for this one. You can say A plus 32 equals 90, or you can do 90 minus 32 would give you the angle you're missing. Either way is fine. If you did it using algebra, you would just subtract 32 on both sides. These would cancel. A equals 90 minus 32, and you would get 58. And I wrote 30 instead of 32 up here. That should be 32. Okay, now when it doesn't give you the numbers directly, it will give you an expression, or it will give you one of the angles. You would put the expression in to figure out the missing angle. So it does give you 54. So for this one, remember this is a right angle. It would equal 90 degrees. So you could write in the 10x plus 16 and also plus the 54. And that would equal 90. Then you'd have a two-step equation. You would combine like terms, 16 plus 54, which is 70. So you'd have 10x plus 70 equals 90. And remember, you want to get the x by itself. So from there, you would get rid of the 70 over here by subtracting. These would cancel. You'd be left with 10x equals 20. Then it's 10 times x. So to get rid of that, you would divide by 10. divide by 10. These would cancel. You'd have x equaling 2. And then from there, the angle is not 2 degrees, but the value of x is 2. So you can just plug that 2 into the expression. 10x, x is 2, plus 16. So 10 times 2 is 20. 20 plus 16 is 36. So that's the missing angle. You have 36 and 54. So for this one, remember, these angles are going to equal one another. So with the vertical angles that equal each other, you would set up the equation like this. 65x minus 12 equals 43x plus 10, because you know those angles equal each other. So then from there, you want to get the variable isolated. I would start by getting rid of this minus 12. So add 12 on this side, add 12 on this side. So those would cancel. You'd have 65x equals 43x, and then 10 plus 12, 22. Then I would want to get the 43x off out of this side. So I would do minus 43x over here, minus 43x on the other side. These would cancel. You'd be left with 22x equaling 22. And then you would divide by 22 on both sides. These would cancel to 1. You'd have x equals 1. Then you'd take that value of 1 and plug it back into these equations or the expressions. So you'd go 65 times 1 minus 12. So of course 65 times 1 is 65, and then you have minus 12. So then you would just subtract 65 minus 12, and you'd get 53. And you technically wouldn't need to do the other side. You'd probably want to do it just to check to make sure, but that should equal 53. So you can check it to make sure. Put the x as 1. 43 times 1 is 43. Plus 10 is 53, just to check to make sure. And then you would also be able to, you don't need to, but you'd also be able to get these angles as well. So similarly here with number 4, you using a similar process. You know that this straight line here, these would be supplementary angles to get you 180. So you can set up your equation. 6x plus 110 equals 180. So this would be the two-step equation. So minus 110, minus 110. Cancel. You're left with 7x equals 70. Then divide by 7 on both sides. These cancel. X equals 10. So you can plug that back in up here. X is 10, so 7 times 10, 70. So this is 70. That's 110. Number 6. So you have 92. You have 78. This is the straight line. You know it's going to total 180. So you can do x plus 92 plus 78 equals 180. So you can combine like terms, 92 plus 78 right here, x plus 170 equals 180. Then you want to isolate the variable. So minus 170 here, minus 170 here. These cancel. X equals 180 minus 170, which is 10. So this would be 10. And then number 8. So all the way around is 360. It gives you this angle here of 244. It gives you this angle 23, and you're missing this angle. So for this one, x plus 244 plus 23 equals 360. So combine like terms, 244 plus 23. So you have x plus 267 equals 360. Then solve for x. So minus 267 minus 267. So these cancel. X equals 360 minus 267 equals 93. So this missing angle, 93.